Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome back to English Boost Studio. This is the place where English feels warm, cozy, and real. I'm Emily, and I'm just so happy you're here with us today. In today's episode, something special is waiting for you. We are going to practice together for a full hour of English listening and shadowing. We will go through a complete day, from the first light of morning until the quiet of night. You will hear short, clear sentences in simple English. We'll talk about waking up, going outside, talking to friends, being with family, and ending the day peacefully. You can listen to this episode anytime, anywhere, at home, on the bus, or while walking. Just follow my voice, relax, and shadow the sentences. Are you ready? Let's begin our day together. Morning. The sun is rising. The sky is orange and soft. Light comes into my room. I wake up slowly. My eyes are still heavy. My alarm rings. It makes a loud sound. I turn it off. I don't want to get up, but I stretch my arms. I stretch my legs. I sit up in bed. I yawn. I feel sleepy but calm. I hear birds outside. They are singing. I walk to the window. I open it slowly. Cool air comes in. It feels fresh on my face. I take a deep breath. The air smells clean. I see the sky. It's a new day. Outside, I see my neighbor. He is watering his plants. He holds a green hose. Water sprays over the flowers. He wears slippers and a smile. He waves to me. I wave back. He says, "Good morning." I say, "Good morning." His dog barks once, then it sits down. It watches the street. Children walk to school. They wear backpacks. Some walk slowly. Some run and laugh. One girl eats a banana. A boy kicks a small rock. A woman carries a baby. The baby looks around. The baby holds a toy. She sings to her baby. Her voice is soft. A man rides a bike. He wears a yellow jacket. He rides fast. He waves at someone. The street is full of life. It's a busy morning, but it feels peaceful. At home, I walk to the bathroom. The tiles feel cold. I turn on the light. I look in the mirror. My hair is messy. I smile. I brush my teeth. I move the brush up and down. I rinse my mouth. I feel fresh. My sister is in the kitchen. She is making coffee. I can smell it. It smells strong and nice. She pours it into 2 cups. 1 cup for her, 1 cup for Dad. My brother takes a shower. I hear the water running. He sings loudly. He always sings in the shower. It makes me laugh. Mom is making breakfast. She cooks eggs in a pan. She toasts bread. She cuts fruit. Dad sits at the table. He reads the newspaper. He drinks his coffee slowly. He turns the page. He says, "The weather is nice today." We say, "Good morning." We all sit at the table. The table is small but full. We eat toast and drink tea. There is butter and honey. The eggs are warm. My little brother spills his juice. It goes on the table. We all say, "Oh no!" But then we laugh. He laughs too. He wipes the juice with a napkin. Mom helps him clean it. We talk about the day. Who will do what? Who needs to go where? It's a normal morning. It's simple. It's warm. It's family. Leaving home. I finish breakfast. I take my plate to the sink. I wash it with soap. The water is warm. I dry my hands. I go to my room. I check the time. It's almost 8 o'clock. I need to leave soon. I pack my bag. I put in my notebook. I put in a pen. I add a snack. I take my water bottle. Then I zip the bag. I put on my socks. I tie my shoes. I wear my jacket. It is cool outside. I check my phone. I check my keys. I'm ready to go. I say goodbye to my family. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. See you later. My sister says, "Don't forget your lunch." I smile and say, "Thanks." I open the door. The street is bright. The air feels fresh. Leaves move in the wind. I take a deep breath. The walk. I walk to the bus stop. I see my neighbor again. He is walking his dog now. The dog wags his tail. A little girl waves at me. I wave back. Two students walk ahead of me. They talk and laugh. One of them carries a big backpack. They are wearing the same school uniform. A man in a blue shirt rides a bike. He wears a helmet. He rings his bell. He passes us and smiles. A delivery truck drives by. It makes a loud noise. It stops at a house. The driver brings out a box. The bus stop. I reach the bus stop. A few people are waiting. One woman is on her phone. She is talking in another language. An old man reads a newspaper. He turns the pages slowly. A teenager listens to music. His head moves with the beat. The bus is not here yet. I check the time again. Still a few minutes. I look around. The trees are green. Birds fly from one branch to another. A cat sleeps under a bench. Then I hear the bus. It's coming. It gets closer. It stops in front of us. The door opens. On the bus. I get on the bus. I say hello to the driver. He nods and smiles. I tap my card. I walk to the back. I find a seat by the window. I sit down. I take off my bag. I place it on my lap. The bus moves. It drives slowly through the town. I look outside. I see people walking. I see cars stopping at lights. I see a bakery. People are buying bread. I see a man sweeping the sidewalk. He works with care. I see a child waving from a window. I smile and wave back. The bus goes over a small bridge. I see water below. It is calm. I see ducks. They swim slowly. I enjoy the ride. The seat is soft. The bus is warm. The city is busy but peaceful. I check the next stop. It is my stop. I press the button. The bus slows down. It stops. I stand up. I hold my bag. I say thank you to the driver. He says, "Have a nice day." I say, "Have a nice day." At work. I step off the bus. I'm near my workplace now. I walk to my building. It is tall and gray. There are many windows. I go up the stairs. I see a coworker at the door. Her name is Sarah. She smiles and says, "Morning," and I say, "Good morning." We walk in together. The hallway is quiet. Some lights are already on. I hear footsteps. Someone is walking upstairs. I enter the office. It is warm inside. The lights are soft. The windows let in sunlight. I see my desk. It is clean and ready. I take off my jacket. I hang it on the back of my chair. I place my bag under the desk. I sit down slowly. I take a deep breath. The day is beginning. Morning work. I turn on my computer. It makes a soft sound. The screen lights up. I type my password. I check my email. There are 5 new messages. One is from my manager. She says, "Please send the report." Another one is from a client. He asks for more information. I read each message carefully. Then I reply. I write slowly. I check my spelling. I sent the email. Click. My coworker John walks by. He holds a cup of coffee. He says, "Big day today." I say, "Yeah, many things to do." He laughs and walks by. I open my notebook. I check my to-do list. It is long today. I will start with the report. I open the file. I read the first paragraph. I fixed 2 small mistakes. I added more details. I type slowly and clearly. I added a title. I check everything again. Then I save it. I sent it to my manager. A few minutes later, she replies. She says, "Great work, thank you." I smile. I feel good. Morning break. At 10:30, we take a break. It's time to rest. I go to the small kitchen. Sarah is already there. She is pouring coffee. The smell is strong and warm. She offers me a cup. I say, "Thank you." Jane brings cookies. She made them last night. They smell like chocolate. We all say, "Yum." We sit at the table. We talk about movies. Sarah watched a new film. She says it was funny. Jane laughs. She likes comedies too. John joins us. He eats a banana. He tells a joke. Everyone laughs. The room feels light and happy. After 15 minutes, we clean up. I wash my cup. I dry my hands. We go back to our desks. Back to work. I look at the clock. It is 10:50. Still more to do. I make a phone call. A client answers. She has a question. I listen carefully. I speak slowly and clearly. I help her solve the problem. She says, "Thank you very much." I say, "You're welcome." I write some notes. I updated a document. I organized some files. I check the calendar. There is a team meeting at noon. I prepare for the meeting. I read the agenda. I write one question. I feel ready. The meeting. At 12, we meet in the big room. There are 6 people. We sit around the table. Our manager starts the meeting. She talks about our goals. She explains the new project. We listen carefully. I take notes. John asks a question. Sarah gives an idea. Jane writes on the whiteboard. I share my thoughts too. Our manager says, "Good teamwork." We smile. The meeting ends. Lunchtime. I go back to my desk. It's almost lunchtime now. I feel hungry. I stand up. I stretch my arms. I take my lunch from my bag. I walk to the break room. The lights are bright. The room smells of food. Someone is heating soup. Another person is peeling an orange. I sit down at the table. Sarah sits across from me. She has a sandwich. It looks fresh. Jane joins us. She brings rice and chicken. I open my lunchbox today. I have pasta. I made it last night. It smells good. It has tomato sauce and cheese. I also have a small salad. John walks in with a lunch bag. He says, I forgot a fork. We laugh. Jane gives him an extra one. He says, you saved my life. We all smile. We begin to eat. It is quiet for a moment. Everyone is enjoying their food. The pasta is warm. The salad is crunchy. I drink some water. It feels refreshing. Sarah tells a story. She went to a concert last weekend. She says the music was loud but amazing. Jane asks, who was the band? Sarah answers, they're called River Sound. John says, I love that band. They all talk about their favorite songs. I listen and smile. I enjoy being with them. It feels relaxed. It feels like a small family. After eating, we clean up. I throw away my napkin. I wash my container. I wipe the table. John says, back to work. We all laugh. Afternoon break. I check my phone. I have a message from my sister. She says, don't forget to call Grandma. I reply, thanks. I'll call her after work. Before going back to work, I go outside. The sun is shining. The sky is clear. There is a small park nearby. I walk slowly there. I see two kids playing with a ball. Their father watches them. He smiles. I sit on a bench. I feel the warm sun on my face. A gentle breeze touches my hair. Birds fly above the trees. A woman walks her dog. The dog sniffs the grass. A man sits under a tree. He reads a book. I take a deep breath. The air smells like flowers. I close my eyes for a moment. I feel calm. I feel ready for the rest of the day. I check the time. It's 1:25. Time to go back. Afternoon work. I return to the office. The building is quiet again. People are at their desks. Some are taping. Some are talking quietly. It's time to work again. I sit at my desk. The room is quiet. The lights are soft. People are focused. Everyone is working. I open my notebook. I check my to-do list. I still have a few things to do. I open a document. It is for a new project. I read the first paragraph. Then I start typing. I type slowly. I check my spelling. I fix a few small mistakes. I correct them. I drink some water. My bottle is next to my keyboard. The water is cool. It helps me stay fresh. John walks by. He says, do you want a snack? I smile and say, what do you have? He shows me a small chocolate bar. I take one piece. I say, thanks. He says, no problem. He walks back to his desk. I look at my screen. I keep working. I finish the paragraph. I save the file. File saved. Then my phone rings. I answer it. It is a client. She speaks slowly. She needs help. I listen carefully. I write notes on a small pad. She asks a question. I look for the answer. I say, please wait one moment. She says, okay. I check the file. I find the answer. I explain it to her. She says, thank you very much. I say, you're welcome. We end the call. I take a deep breath. I check my messages. I answer 2 emails. One is from my manager. She wants an update. I write back, "The report is ready." She replies, "Great job." Wrapping up. I clean my desk. I put away my pens. I throw away some old papers. I wipe the surface with a tissue. It looks neat now. I will check tomorrow's calendar. There is one meeting in the morning. I write it down. I take a short break. I walk to the kitchen. I fill my water bottle. I stretch my back. I roll my shoulders. It feels nice. Sarah walks in. She says, "Tired?" I smile and say, a little." She says, "Almost done?" I nod. "Yeah, almost." The clock shows 4:45. The workday is almost over. I finish one last task. I organize my folders. I close all open files. I check my email one more time. No new messages. I shut down my computer. The screen turns black. I stand up. I stretch again. I feel a little tired, but happy. John waves goodbye. Sarah says, "See you tomorrow." I smile and say, "Take care." I grab my bag. I put on my jacket. I turn off my desk lamp. I walk to the door. I leave the office. Evening commute. I walk slowly to the bus stop. The sun is lower in the sky. The air is cooler now. The sky is soft and orange. Clouds move slowly. People walk down the street. Some talk on the phone. Some look at their feet. Everyone is going home. I see a woman with shopping bags. She looks tired. A man rides a scooter. He wears a helmet. A child runs to his mother. He laughs loudly. At the corner, a dog barks. It is sitting next to its owner. The owner pets the dog's head. The dog's tail wags. I arrive at the bus stop. A few people are waiting. An old man sits on the bench. He holds a walking stick. A girl listens to music. She hums a song quietly. 2 friends chat and laugh. The bus comes. It makes a soft engine sound. The doors open with a hiss. I step inside. I greet the driver. He nods and says, "Evening." I tap my card. I walk to the back. I find a window seat. I sit down. I take a deep breath. The bus moves forward. It rolls down the street. I look outside. I see a bakery. There are warm lights inside. People buy bread and cakes. A little boy holds a chocolate cookie. Next, we pass a flower shop. Colorful flowers sit in buckets. Red, yellow, white. They look fresh and bright. A man sells fruit on the corner. Apples, bananas, oranges. He smiles at each customer. The bus stops at a red light. I look up at the sky. It is getting dark. Streetlights turn on. The bus moves again. People get off. Others get on. Soon I reach my stop. I press the button. The bus slows down. I walk to the door. I say thank you to the driver. He says, "Take care." I smile and say, "You too." Coming home. I walk down my street. The houses are quiet. Some windows are lit. A cat sits on a fence. It watches me walk by. I reach my home. I take off my shoes. I leave them by the door. I hang my jacket. I say, I'm home. My sister says, welcome back. She is watching a movie. She sits on the floor with a blanket. My mom is in the kitchen. She puts away the teacups. She wipes the table. She turns off the lights. My dad is reading again. He is in the corner chair. He wears his glasses. He turns the page slowly. My little brother is brushing his teeth. Then he comes to me. He says, will you read me a story? I say, yeah, let's go. We go to his room. His bed is small and soft. I sit beside him. He pulls the blanket over his legs. I open the storybook. It is a book about a bird. The bird flies around the world. He listens with wide eyes. I read slowly and gently. He smiles. Then he yawns. I say, good night. He says, good night. Thank you. I turn off the light. He closes his eyes. He falls asleep. Getting ready for bed. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. The water feels cool. I dry my hands. I look in the mirror. I feel peaceful. My sister is still watching her movie. She laughs softly. The cat sleeps next to her. The cat's tail moves slowly. My mom comes in with a blanket. She covers my brother. She kisses his forehead. She whispers, sweet dreams. My dad turns off the reading lamp. He stretches his arms. He walks to the kitchen. He drinks one last glass of water. He says, good night, everyone. We all answer, good night. Bedtime. I walk to my room. It is dark and quiet. I turn on a small lamp. I check my phone. I read a message from a friend. It says, sleep well. I smile and reply, you too. I write one line in my notebook, just one sentence. Today was a peaceful day. I stretch my arms. I close the window. The night is cool now. I lie down in bed. The pillow is soft. I cover myself with the blanket. I turn off the light. I close my eyes. The quiet night. Outside, the world is calm. A dog barks in the distance. A car drives by slowly. The trees move gently in the wind. The city is resting. The sky is dark. The stars are bright. The moon shines quietly. Everyone is winding down. Everyone is safe. Everyone is still. And me, I take a deep breath. I feel thankful. I feel quiet inside. I feel ready for tomorrow. Good night, world. Good night, everyone. Good night. A gentle, peaceful music begins to play. Okay, you did it. 30 minutes of English listening and shadowing. You listened, you spoke, you practiced. That's real, meaningful progress. I'm Emily, and this is English Fluency Guide. Keep listening, keep practicing, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.